Hello everyone, I am Grand Royson, welcome to new video, Chapter 5. 3 weeks after the start of the school year, behavior in the class has been getting progressively worse, with students being tardy, skipping periods, speaking during lessons, sleeping, or using electronic devices during class time. Despite the behavior, the teachers pay it no mind and continue their lessons like normal. Due to their poor behavior and academic performance, Sudo, Ike, and Yamauchi have been labeled as the 3 idiots of D-class. In addition, Kei Karuizawa apparently begins to date Yosuke Hirata, according to rumors that are spreading among the students. The next period, Chabashira announces that there will be a surprise mock exam that will not be reflected on the student's report card. Kiyotaka looks over the questions and realizes that there are a few extremely hard questions mixed in with the usual questions and senses something amiss about the test. He doesn't think further about the matter and takes the exam the same way he answered the entrance exam. During lunch, Kiyotaka joins with Sudo, Ike, and Yamauchi as they talk about which girls they like. They prod Kiyotaka about his relationship with Horikita, to which Kiyotaka denies being in one. They continue speaking about relationships for a while until the conversation turns to their monthly point balances. The majority of the group have already blown through most of their points and are excited to get a refill for the next month. Kiyotaka goes to a vending machine and noticed the selection option for free water, which causes Yamauchi to remark that the cafeteria had free meal options. Kiyotaka recalls seeing many upperclassmen partaking in the free meals, to which Yamauchi replies that it was probably due to having no money at the end of the month. Once again, Kiyotaka thinks that there is something amiss about the school, but is distracted away from thinking further once again. In the middle of class, Ike and Yamauchi invite Kiyotaka to go hang out with them after class, indicating that Kushida and a few others would also be coming. The 3 of them leave after class to meet up with Kushida. She shows up and admits that she had invited Hirata, Karuizawa, Nene Mori, and Chiaki Matsushita to join them. The group leaves to go look around campus. They talk a bit about relationships before visiting a clothing shop. After the brief stop, they visit a cafe where the group's conversation turns into one about the monthly point balances. As everyone expresses their opinions about the school's point balances, Kiyotaka begins wondering about how the school determines which students have merit, as it didn't appear to be based on passing or failing through test scores.
Chapter 6. A month after the start of the school year, Chabashira arrives and addresses the classroom for homeroom. The students of the class are concerned since they had not received any of the points they were told they would receive at the start of the month. Chabashira reveals that Class 1D received all of the points they were supposed to get, and goes on to reveal that their constant poor behavior over the last month had decreased their monthly point earnings to 0, as the school has evaluated them as being worth that much. Hirata contests this for a bit, but it is an unchanging fact that they have lost all of their points. Chabashira proceeds to explain that these points will not be returned even if they stop their bad behaviors, much to the dismay of the students. Chabashira reveals that the students are placed into each of the classes is based on their merits, with the best students being placed into Class A and the defective ones being placed into Class D. These points are also explained to be the basis for ranking the performance of the classes. She then displays the scores the class got on the mock exam a week earlier and laughs at the class for their overall poor scores, adding on that 7 of the students would have been expelled for their results should the test have been officially recorded on their report cards. It is revealed that students who score poor enough on their midterms or finals are expelled immediately. She also reveals that only students in Class A are guaranteed the 100% post-high school education and employment guarantee that Advanced Nurturing High School promises their students, which Terahiko Yukimura protests about. Finally, she lets the class know that there will be a midterm exam in 3 weeks before leaving the classroom. The students begin to quarrel among themselves about the truth of the point system and their status as the leftovers of the school. Kushida resolves a few conflicts among the students while Kiyotaka and Horikita discuss the events that transpired. After a while of talking, the conversation shifts to stopping the poor behaviors that lost the class points in the first place. The class begins to have a hostile attitude toward Sudo for his behavior and uncooperative attitude since he doesn't agree to change his attitude. Hirata invites Kiyotaka and Horikita to discuss how to increase the class's points, but they both decline. After school, Kiyotaka is summoned to the staff room over the loudspeaker by Chabashira. He heads to the staff room, where he meets Chie Hashinomiya instead. She flirts with him for a bit before being interrupted by Chabashira. She requests that the two of them move to the guidance room, but they are followed by her. It is only after Hanami Ichinos comes looking for Chie that the two are left alone and arrive at the guidance room. Chabashira has Kiyotaka stay in the kitchen attached to the guidance room and tells him to stay silent with a threat of expulsion if he doesn't comply. Chabashira leaves him in the room and Horikita appears in the next room. Horikita had come to ask Chabashira about why she was placed in Class D, not believing that she was defective at all. She asserts that it must have been a mistake, and it is revealed that Horikita placed third overall on the entrance exams and had top marks in academics outside of the exams. Chabashira then proceeds to affirm that the school had not made any mistakes when it came to placing Horikita in Class D, stating that academics are not the only qualifier as to whether someone has merit or not in the school. After their talk was concluded, Chabashira requests for Horikita to stick around, saying that she will give her a hint about how to reach class. Chabashira calls out to Kiyotaka and Horikita realizes that their whole conversation had been overheard. Chabashira then proceeds to question Kiyotaka about his perfect score of 50 on all of the exams taken so far, as well as his ability to get one of the hardest problems correct on the mock exam while also getting one of the easiest problems incorrect. Kiyotaka dismisses her accusations as a coincidence, but Horikita remains suspicious about the uncovered information. After they leave the guidance room, Horikita begins to grill Kiyotaka with questions about his scores, to which Kiyotaka maintains that they are coincidences. They then discuss the issue with the class points and the upcoming midterms. Horikita requests the help of Kiyotaka to solve this issue and doesn't take no for an answer despite being denied several times.
If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share for more. Thanks you all, meet you in another video.